Tell me why.
They're never going to intersect.
They do not intersect. That is correct. All right. Now, tell me how I know that they were going to be parallel if I didn't look at the graph.
The slopes are all the same.
The slopes are all the same. That is exactly correct. So you just learned something really important. All right. If the slopes are the same, the lines are going to be what? They're going to be parallel. All right. If the slopes are the same, the lines are going to be parallel. All right. So that's the first thing you should gather from that information. If lines are parallel, the slopes are the same. That's what you need to make sure you write down there. All right. Now notice the topic here is parallel and perpendicular lines. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to number 2, and I want everybody to type in those onto your calculator real quick. All right. Let's go practice typing in. Now, who can tell me what perpendicular means? What do they mean? What's that mean? That's exactly correct. They cross at a right angle. They cross at a right angle. Thank you very much. All right, so for question number 2, what can I conclude?
It's neither parallel or perpendicular.
All right, I like what he just said. It's not parallel or perpendicular. What do you think?
The two lines with the same slope are parallel, but the one without the one isn't perpendicular to it or parallel.
All right, so now you learned something very smart. All right, first thing is I want you to listen to me now. Your screen. I want everybody to just take a quick look at their screen right here. The lines definitely do not look perpendicular. Does everybody agree?
No.
Now I want to show you something, so please pay attention. Do you have a square screen here?
No.
No, it's not a square screen. So that means if you're looking at the x's and you're looking at the y's, the x's are spaced what?
Shorter.
They're shorter, right? Because it's longer here, which means there's more space in between each mark on the y. Does everybody agree with that? So what we say is, this is not a square screen. This is not a square screen. It's a rectangular screen. All right? So now you have to pay attention. I want everybody to hit the zoom button. Everybody hit zoom. And then what you're going to do is there's a button down there called Zoom Square. Go to Zoom Square and hit that. Now what that did is that changed the x and y axis to have the same measurements in between each tick mark. So now what can you conclude about the lines?
There's 2 parallel and then 1 is perpendicular.
And 1 is perpendicular. Okay, so I'm trying to let you make an observation. All right. The first thing is that it didn't appear that they were perpendicular because your screen is distorted. That means it's more wide than it is what? Long. Does everybody agree with that? All right, so you can fix your screen so that you can eliminate the distortion by hitting the Zoom Square.
Mine still isn't perpendicular.
Well, then that means you didn't type it in correctly. All right, so go back and look and make sure you typed them in correctly. All right, it definitely should look perpendicular. And remember, perpendicular just means they cross at a right angle. All right. Now, sometimes if your screen wasn't in the right order, you might go Zoom Standard and then Zoom Square. All right, go to Zoom Standard. That puts it in a 10 by 10 screen, and then go Zoom Square. Just, and that should fix the problem. All right. Sometimes we mess with the window, and if the window has been changed, then you have to go back and put it, what we say is to Zoom Standard, which makes it a 10 by 10 screen.
Should we keep it in square?
No, because we're smart. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to know that. All right? We just know now how we can determine if lines are perpendicular. And I want someone to try to tell me how they can tell if lines are perpendicular. How can I tell if lines are perpendicular? Tell me.
It's if it's the reciprocal.
If it's the reciprocal. Is it just the reciprocal?
Oh no, if it's I was looking at the.
No, you're right.
If it's like.
Morty, tell him.
Is it when it's the opposite reciprocal?
Exactly correct. Opposite reciprocal. What do we mean by opposite?
By different signs.
Different signs. That's right. Now, what we normally say is lines are perpendicular if their slopes are negative reciprocals. Another word for negative could be opposite. All right. If lines are perpendicular, the slopes are negative reciprocals. All right. Now, that's something you must know. That's always on every exam that you'll ever have from now on. All right. They always talk about parallel and perpendicular lines. On all standardized tests, SAT, ACT, they always talk about parallel lines and perpendicular lines. Did that fix yours, by the way?
Yes, I had the
Range.
for some reason the window was like
Yeah.
negative 16.7.
That's good. That's okay. All right. Now, does anybody have any questions with that? That's the topic for today, guys. That's it. Lines are parallel if their slopes are the same, and lines are perpendicular if their slopes are negative reciprocal. Now, if you remember last week how to write equations, then this week is going to be easy. Now, I'm going to try to show you some other interesting stuff today with your calculators, so you got to listen to me, okay? I need you to listen. All right? Do I really have to do number 3? No, that's the same thing, right? So I agree, number 3 is the same thing. So because we did so great, we're just going to go ahead and move on. And I'm really going to do the odds with you guys today. So I want you to please pay attention here. And I'm going to demonstrate what we are actually doing. And I'm going to demonstrate that on the calculator as well. Which means, hey, you got to listen. All right? You can't be thinking you know what you're doing. All right? You got to please pay attention. The writing of the equation is, guess what? Super what? Super easy. All right? Because we're smart, it's super easy. If you know how to do last week's work, this week is just so simple. All right? But I made you practice writing them in the different forms. All right? So I want everybody's attention now, please. All right? I'm on question number 5. We're skipping down to number 5. All right? And I'm trying to write the equation of a line that's parallel to negative 5/7 x minus 8 that passes through the point 4, 2. So last week I told you in order to write the equation of the line, I need 2 things. What 2 things do I need? Tell me.
Slope and a y-intercept.
Slope and a y-intercept, or just a slope and a point. Now the y-intercept is a point, so you're okay. Remember, it doesn't have to be the y-intercept. Let me say it one more time. To write the equation of a line, I need a point and a slope. That's what you need to write down if you're not sure. Anytime you want to write the equation of a line, you need a slope and a point. If you have those 2 things, then everything is super easy. Everything is super easy. All right? So now get your eyes up here, please. All right, and let's do this. All right, I'm going to show you really cool something. All right? So I'm trying to write the equation of a line. Does everybody agree? Does everybody agree I have a point? What's the point? Someone tell me. 4, 2. I'm missing the what? Slope. So why do I need the other equation? Why do I need the other equation? Come on, someone. Because it has the slope. And what's true about parallel lines? They have the same slope. Thank you. Listen, if you're not speaking to me, you're in trouble. Don't let everybody else answer the questions. If you want to get smarter, you got to get in. All right? Don't let everybody else answer the questions. All right? Generally for us, because we're talented, just tell me the answers. All right? If you know the answer, boom, just spit it out. All right? I know it's sometimes annoying, but that's okay. Speak up. I want you guys speaking up. All right? If you know something, just say it. All right? So, someone tell me what the slope of the parallel line is. Say it. Negative 5/7. That's what I'm talking about. If you didn't know that, Now's the time you say, what are you talking about? How did you know it was negative 5/7? Everybody knows it's negative 5/7, right? So here's how I like you to write it. The slope of, see that symbol right there? What do you think that symbol means?
Parallel.
The slope of the parallel line. Those two marks right there are parallel. The slope of the parallel line is what?
Oh,
Negative 5/7. And it passes through what point? 4, 2. So now someone who's brilliant, which all of us should be telling me what the answer is, what would be the equation of the line? I'm listening.
Y minus
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Come on.
y minus 2 equals negative 5/7. That's my.
You are awesome. That's what everybody should be able to say.
Oh,
Y minus 2 equals negative 5/7 times x minus 4. How do I know that? Because that is the point slope form of the line. That is the point slope form of the line. Is everybody good with that? All right. Now, it says here, write the equation in what?
point slope.
Point slope form. So we just did. We're done. All right. So now I'm going to do number 7. Or I'm going to do number 7. And then we're going to show you something on the calculator that I think is pretty cool. All right. So I want someone who's brilliant. I want them to tell me the slope of the parallel line. Mr. Hunt, what's the slope?
negative 1/9.
Beautiful. Negative 1/9. And it passes through what line or what point?
0.
2, 0. So now I want you to write the equation of the line. I'm listening. Who's got it? Go.
Y minus 0 equals negative 1/9. And then x minus 2.
We are
Brilliant.
brilliant. Listen, if you know that, honestly, that's pretty hard, believe it or not. That's pretty hard.
Can you write just Y?
Yeah, you can write y. I just write y minus 0 just to show you. All right? But of course, we don't write y minus 0 ever. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now stay on this page, because now I'm going to show you something that I want you to try to understand better. All right? Now, it's going to be required that you listen, because I'm going to show you how to do things on the calculator. And although I put the graphing calculator on my computer, we don't need it because you are great what? Listeners.
Yeah.
All right? So now you have to pay attention now because I'm going to show you something pretty cool. All right? In my opinion, it's pretty cool. All right? So here we go. We're going to go back to number 5. All right? We're going to go back to number 5. All right? Now again, all right, we'll do this enough that you will get the hang of it. But you got to pay attention. All right? The first thing I want everybody to do is I want everybody to write or graph under Y1. Go to Y1, clear everything out. And I want everybody to graph Y equals negative 5/7 x minus 8. All right? What we're doing right now is you're graphing this line right here. You're graphing this line. Everybody okay with that? Everybody good? All right. Now, I have not shown you how to plot a point. I have not shown you how to plot a point. So now I'm going to teach you how to plot a point. And again, it's not a 5-minute ordeal, right? It's a 1-minute ordeal because you're going to listen. All right? Now, everything to me about the calculator is logical. That's why I think these are amazing machines. All right? The first thing I want you to do is I want everyone to hit stat. Hit the stat button. Yes, you have to look for a second. It's spelled S-T-A-T. All right? You hit the stat button. And then the first thing that there is edit. Listen, everyone's got to listen. I don't want anybody helping anybody else. All right? We're learning how to listen better. Now, you hit edit. And then what should come up on the screen is L1, L2, L3, L4. Does everybody agree with me?
Yes.
Now, what I want you to think about is L1 for this lesson is the X. And L2 is the what? Y. So, under L1, we're going to type in 4 and hit enter. And then under L2, hold on a minute, don't interrupt. Under L2, you type in 2 and hit enter. Now, please, guys, I'm serious now. This is not an easy thing. If you're behind, please just ask me. Don't ever feel bad about falling behind because, again, all right, it's important. And if you're asking somebody else, then they're not hearing you. All right, I would immediately just say, hey, man, I'm sorry. All right, just raise your hand and let me show you. All right? So let me see yours. Stack, edit. You're supposed to hit edit. And now, type in, hey, let me help, and then type in the x coordinate, which was 4, and then hit enter, and then go over to L2 and type it in. Just do it once. Edit. Okay. All right, everybody do that. What?
So when you press enter, I'll just look.
Come on, thank you. Well, I appreciate it. All right, now listen. Does everybody have the edit and they have X1 and Y1, right? Now listen, your calculator right now does not have the ability to plot the point because that feature is turned off. Everybody listen to me. It's not going to plot that point. If I say graph, it's going to be a blank screen. So now you've got to tell the calculator that you want to be able to plot the points. So I need everybody to go to y equals. Now, at the very top, there's a plot 1, a plot 2, and a plot 3. I want you to go up to plot 1 and hit enter. That tells the calculator to allow it to plot points. Everybody with me? So I said, go to y equals. At the very top of the screen is plot 1, plot 2, plot 3. And if it's white, it's not allowed to plot points. If it's gray, that means it can plot the point. All right, now what I want you to do is hit graph, and what should come up on the screen is a line and a point. And if you don't have a point and you don't have a line, now's the time you jump in and say, I'm way behind, help me out. What? Then you didn't graph the line. Go to y equals and put in the line. Yeah, look at that. No, you didn't graph the line like I told you. What? Come on, yeah, that's there. I'm not walking around the room and showing you a point on the screen. All right, is everybody with me now? You should have a line and you should have a point. Hey, boys, we're all good, right? Now, the only reason I'm showing you this is just because for me, I just had to take the word that the teacher was telling me the truth, right? The beauty of the calculator is I'm going to show you exactly what you want to see. Now, I'm going to ask you now to graph this right here. All right? We're now under Y2. We're going to graph this right here. Now, the problem is that's not the right format, right? So what I want you to do is do -5/7 parentheses x minus 4, and then do what with that -2? Add 2. Come on now, be smart. I'm not asking you to put it into form. I'm asking you to put it into y equals. So now let me say that one more time. All right, what you want to do is under y2, you want to graph -5/7 parentheses x minus 4 plus 2. Now graph that under y2, and then hit graph. And then what do you notice there, guys? It passes right on through that point, just like we said. All right? Believe it or not, that is something super important. All right? That's super important. All right? So we graph the line that's parallel to this line that passes through that point. And this is that equation. Everybody hear what I'm going to say one more time? You need to hear me. You need to hear me. I'm graphing the line that's parallel to this line that passes through that point. This is that line.
I got it.
All right? Come on, that's not that hard. That's not that hard. All right? Now, how many feel like they're better with their calculator? They understand what I'm doing? Anybody like, man, okay, that looks pretty good. Charlie, you guys all right back there? Come on now. Sit up and listen. Morty, I'm asking him. I'm not asking you about him. All right? Yes, come on, Bo.
Do you have to add the parentheses between x and y? Yeah. You have to do that?
Yes. Bo, if you don't, it's what? It's wrong. Yes, that's from our other form, point slope form. Everybody feeling good about that? All right. Now, sometimes, listen to me. sometimes it'll say dimension mismatch error. That's because your graph, your calculator is trying to plot a point and it's not in the right window. All right? So sometimes if you're not careful, telling the calculator to plot the point will mess your calculator up. If it messes your calculator up, what do? You just turn the plotting point feature what? Off. Just turn it off. You turn it on and you turn it off. All right? So let's now check out number 9. All right, now why is number 9 a problem for us? Tell me. Yeah, we don't know what, you can't look at it and tell me what the slope is. So I have to convert it into slope-intercept form. I have to convert it into slope-intercept form. Everybody needs to be on number 9. All right, so here we go. If I'm going to convert that into slope-intercept form, everybody should be able to say 4y equals negative 5x plus 9. Anybody have any issue with that? Now I'm isolating the y, so I divide by 4. Y equals negative 5/4 x plus 9/4. What is the slope of the parallel line? Say it. Negative 5/4. And the point is what? 7 what?
Negative 2.
7 negative 2. Come on now. You should be good. So now we're still writing it in point slope form. So someone new today, someone who hasn't said a word, speak up and tell me the equation of the line. Loud and proud. Go.
Y minus 2 equals negative 5 over 4. And then parentheses x minus 7.
Now I know what you meant. Do you agree with me? Check this right here, right? Should it be plus? Should be plus. What?
Oh, sorry. I put there.
No whoopsies allowed.
Okay.
All right. Everybody good with that? Everybody good? Anybody have any issues? Come on now, guys. That's super easy. Super easy.
You always just put it
All right.
in some form.
Yes, because we're looking for the what?
That's
Slope. You're looking for the slope. So it has to be in the slope-intercept form. All right? So good question. Let's look at number 11. All right? So for number 11, I need everybody to write it in slope-intercept form. Quick, quick, quick. Less than 15 seconds. Less than 15 seconds. 5 more seconds. Negative 3y is equal to negative 7x plus 7. Y equals 7/3 x minus 7/3. Everybody okay with that? Slope of the parallel line, someone. Slope of the parallel line is 7/3. Come on, keep up. The point is what? 0, 2. The equation of the parallel line passing through that point. Mia, go.
Y minus 2 equals 7 over 3 parentheses x minus.
Yes. Again, you don't have to put minus 0. I'm just showing you. That's all. Yes, ma'am.
Why isn't the 7/3 negative?
That just means you made a mistake solving the equation, right? I moved the 7x over, it became negative, and then I divided by a negative, right? That's what we're trying to do right now. Is you're trying to fix your careless mistakes. That's what you're trying to do. The math is not hard. Your careless mistakes are abundant. All right? Don't make careless mistakes anymore. Try to fix those right now. That's what you're practicing on. The equations are not hard. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about number 13. Uh-oh. Parallel to x minus 2. What is the equation of x minus 2? What type of line? Someone who remembers. What was it?
Vertical.
Vertical. Thank you. So what do you think is parallel to a vertical line? Another vertical line. So without any thought, we can just write what down as my answer? Uh-oh. I made a mistake on this one. So let's change this to positive 2 right here, guys. Wipe this out.
X equals 2.
Yeah, so the parallel line would be what? X equals 2, right? There's no work involved in that. No work whatsoever. If you're parallel to a vertical line, you must be what? You must be vertical. All right? Everybody good with that? All right, now that's kind of a thinking question. What?
Could you do like any number?
Yes. But it's always going to be whatever this X value is over here. You hear me?
Yeah.
Now, did you see why? Who can tell me what my mistake was? Why it was a mistake, Mr. Stauffer? Why was it?
The lines would be like on top of each
The
other.
lines would be, thank you very much. That's brilliant. The lines would be on top of each other. Because this, when it originally was -2, that line already passed through -2. So if we're going to be parallel, it has to be off that line, or it is in fact the same line. All right, that was brilliant, Mr. Stauffer. All right, here we go. Let's take a look now at 15. 15. I have perpendicular. All right, stop talking now. And I'm going to write this down. Slope. What do you think this symbol means? Slope of the perpendicular. Someone tell me what the slope of the perpendicular is. Go.
-5/7.
Are we on number 15?
Oh, I'm on 16.
That's all right. What is it?
3/4.
What is it?
Oh, no.
-4.
Yes, 3/4 if we're doing parallel, right? Perpendicular. Slope of the perpendicular is -4/3. Why is it -4/3? Because perpendicular lines, the slopes are opposite,
Reciprocal.
passing through what point?
-2.
-2, 5. So someone who is brilliant, give me the equation of the perpendicular line. Go.
Y minus 5 is equal to -4/3 times x plus 2.
You are brilliant. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate this to show you it's the perpendicular. All right. Now, hopefully your screen is in Zoom Square. If it's not in Zoom Square, you're not going to be able to tell us perpendiculars. Everybody agree?
Yeah.
All right, so first thing we do is we're going to stat and then edit, right? Stat and edit. And in L1, we're typing in what point?
-2.
And under L2, we're typing in 5. That is correct. Then, from there, go back to Y1 and type in 3/4 x minus 5. What's the matter?
I can't seem to clear that.
You don't need to clear it. Just type over it. Right? Instead of clearing, you could delete it. All right? But the calculator is like a computer. Just type right over it. All right? All right. Now, under Y2, guys, under Y2, we want Y2 is equal to -4/3 parentheses x plus 2 plus 5. And if you don't understand that, you can tell me. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to graph, should draw the line, should plot the point, and then it should draw the perpendicular line passing through the point and passing through the line. Does it work, guys?
Yes.
Yes, it does work. All right, everybody should be there. Go, come on.
What's supposed to be in Y1?
The original line,
Oh, okay.
right? 3/4 x minus 5. Chop, chop, please. We've got lots of work to do. Chop, chop. What?
Should there be a point on there? Like a plotted point?
Yeah.
Should there be?
-2, 5.
Yeah, -2, 5. That is correct. All right, is everybody with me on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, now listen, guys. I forgot. Today is a 10-minute short period. So listen, I'm obviously not going to be able to do this, all of this. So I need to jump down a little bit. Stop and listen to me. I need to jump down a little bit and down here, I'm going to do number 27. And I only have 2 minutes, so you gotta put on your seatbelts. All right, we're moving. I'm doing 57. What does it say? Write the equation in standard form. All right, write the equation in standard form. Is everybody hearing me? All right, so in order to write it in standard form, all right, it's not going to be point slope. All right, so here we go. If I'm doing a perpendicular line, someone brilliant, tell me what the slope of the perpendicular is. Tell me.
9/1.
9, brilliant. What point am I passing through?
4, -1.
4, -1. So I want someone to tell me the equation of that line. Morty, go.
Is it 9?
What? I'm writing the equation of the line. You have to start out in point slope form.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Watson, what did you get?
Y + 1 = 9.
You are brilliant. There we go. Now I'm moving to standard form. So standard form, remember, is AX plus BY equals C. So now I'm distributing the 9. Y plus 1 equals 9X minus 36. Is everybody with me on that? Everybody with me? Now, I need X and Y on the same side. Is my X, hold up, is my X positive?
Yes.
So it's going to be 9X minus Y. Move the 36 over, that's going to be what? 37. So standard form, 9X minus Y equals 37. Everybody happy with that?
Yes.
Okay, listen, change of plan. Only do the odds. Make sure you're good with the odds. Tomorrow we'll do the what?
Even.
Tomorrow we'll do the even. Sorry about that. All right, but I thought that was a good lesson today. Good job, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great day.